Alright, hey guys, and welcome to X Rebirth. You may remember X Rebirth from about 2013, maybe 2014, when it first launched, and it was a big, huge, buggy mess, and nobody liked it, and it basically didn't work at all. And they spent quite a long time fixing it, and now here 2 or 3 years later, we've gotten a new DLC called the Home of the Light, and a new patch which is available to everyone even if you don't have this DLC, which basically makes the game work right. So we're going to take a look at it, see how it works, see what there is to do, and yeah, this is not going to be a review by any means. I have not completed the game or anything like that. Really, this is basically my first time play. I mean, I've played it a little bit before, but I haven't delved too deeply into it. So yeah, it's only like my first or second time playing it, honestly. So this is just kind of a first look at the game. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to call it a first look. I mean, I'm not the first to look at it. It didn't just come out. So so this is going to be an overview of X Rebirth. We're just going to basically take a look at some of its features and some of the gameplay mechanics that it has to offer and stuff like that, and hopefully this will be kind of a brief video and just give you guys kind of an idea of what you're in for if you want to pick this up. So first of all, let's talk about the controls. Now, I remember when I first got this, I was playing it actually with an Xbox 360 controller, and that worked really well. And then I got a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro joystick, and that did not work very well at all. Some of the buttons were just straight up not mappable in the control options, and even some of the joystick axes would just not stay mapped, and it was just a terrible experience. Now, however, I'm actually using the Saytech X52 Pro HOTAS flight control system, and let me tell you, it works really well. Really well. Just this patch has fixed so many problems that so many people were experiencing with X Rebirth. Now, that's not to say it's going to work immediately when you start up the game. You're going to have to spend, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes in the control options menu, setting your control preferences to how you would like them. I've set my controls pretty much exactly the same way that I have them set for Elite Dangerous, and that works really well. I have throttle controlling forward and back movement. I have stick controlling up and down and yaw and roll, and that works really well. And I have the hat controlling my lateral thruster movement, and you probably couldn't really see it there, but that works really well. And yeah, overall, the controls are just a vast improvement from what this game offered at launch. Now, other than that, X Rebirth is largely about trading and economic gains and stuff like that. And that's great, but I'm not so much into that. So there are other things to do in this game, such as taking on missions or going out and exploring, and that's fairly cool. So missions can be found at space stations like the one that we're currently flying over, and you can usually tell one because it will have a little circular icon just like this light bulb has right here. And if we fly up to it, and we may have to scan this part of the station, which will just happen automatically when we get close enough and point the ship at it, we can come up and double click on this icon, and then it will give us a description of what we have to do for this mission.
I hope you can prove me wrong.
So for this mission, we have to scan 83% of a space station, and the reward is 432,510 credits, and the difficulty is very hard. So we're not actually going to do this right now, but this is just an example of the kind of thing that you might come across. Now, not all missions require you to do the same thing. Some are combat, some are trading, stuff like that. Now, another cool feature of the game can be seen right here if we interact with icons like this little martini glass right here, and we choose the dock command.
This is the Albion Skunk, requesting permission to dock.
Docking approved.
Now look at
Glad
this.
you could visit us. Keep out of trouble.
First person mode, we've actually just gotten out of the cockpit. We're moving around. We can go into this other area, the little rec room of the ship here, and then we can go down the ramp, and we can go onto the docking pad where our ship has just landed. And here it is. We can actually just go walk around it and see the Albion Skunk from the outside. And then down the little hallway here is a hatchway that leads to the interior of the station. Yeah, you can actually get out of your ship and you can dock at any station and get out of your ship and just go walk around space stations, interact with different NPCs, and just do whatever you want. Oh, now this is a cool thing, which would be way cooler if it were actually interactive, if you could actually sit here and play this. An arcade game of X Beyond the Frontier, which was the first X game in the X series. And you don't even have to run all the way back to your ship if you don't want to. You can, but if you just want to go straight back, you can just press Shift D, and then you're back in your cockpit. The Home of the Light offers 3 or 4 new systems in addition to what's in the base game, and they're all connected by this thing here, which is the highway system for the game. Let's take a look at this. So we just fly into it, and now we're on the highway. So when this game first launched, the highway system was actually a mini game where you would have to maneuver around traffic and position yourself to get little speed boosts and things, and I wasn't really a fan of that, and I guess no one else was either, because now you don't have to do that. You just get in here and you can accelerate like this or decelerate like this, and if we keep going and we pass through this big blue gate here, we will be rocketed off to another star system with really cool sound effects. Okay, so here we are in the next system, and we can leave the gate at any time, and we don't have to necessarily slow down, but it's a good idea to just to be a little more precise, and all you have to do is just move out of it
Entering District
just
12.
by pulling up or moving to the side or whatever.
Transmitting new coordinates to following ships.
And if you had any ships following you, then they would know where you were. But now we have a whole new area to explore. Now these areas are bigger than what's just immediately right here in front of us. You can fly thousands of kilometers out around here. I mean, there are whole star systems to explore, really. So it's the universe is pretty vast. Now there is combat in this game. It's not primarily about combat, however. It's mostly about trade and/or exploration. But you know, your ship does have weapons. It also has missiles. Yeah, it has several different weapons. This thing called the inertial hammer, and you know, pulsed maser Mark 1. Now there are also consequences for, you know, attacking well, people that are not hostile towards you. They will call the police, or they will retaliate against you, or stuff like that. So this is only a single player experience, but that really doesn't detract from the gameplay in any way. It's pretty solid. In complete contrast to the way that the game was when it first launched, I'm actually really enjoying playing it now. It works. I haven't had any problems with it. I haven't encountered any bugs. The controls are all fine. All the features of the game seem complete, and I'm very happy with it. So guys, I think that's going to be it for this little overview of X Rebirth Home of the Light. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if there was something that you wanted me to cover that I didn't cover. And just let me know what you thought of the video in general. Go ahead and drop me a comment down below, and I will read it, and I will get back to you. Other than that, go ahead and like this video if you liked it. You can dislike it if you disliked it. And I would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to my channel. That would help me out immensely. And I will see you guys in the next video.